Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Jermaine Wright, your licensed professional counselor, your LPC, and welcome back to Building Blocks for Mental Health, where I empower you to continue to build into becoming the best version of yourselves. And hey, your support means the world to me. So I just want to give mad props to y'all for holding me down. Keep the comments flowing because that's how we keep it real. That's how we learn. And today, we are going to be diving into the topic about something crucial that we need to have more conversations about. And that topic is friendship. Before we jump in, I just want to remind all my new viewers, hey, hit that subscribe button because that's how you remain abreast on all of these interesting things that we're talking about pertaining to mental health. And hey, if this helps somebody, if this helps you, hey, don't hesitate to share and don't hesitate to like and definitely don't hesitate to leave some comments, in the comment section, because I definitely appreciate having these conversations and really just learning more about what are some of your perspectives. I don't know all the answers, but we gonna learn together up in here. All right. So today we gonna be talking about friendship. And listen, when I mean when I say friendship, I ain't talking about casual connections here, or fake individuals, plastic individuals, fake homies who just sending it, for the clout, who just here taking up space. Nah, I'm talking about your real people that are always here for you, thick and thin, the people that just ride with you regardless, right? Regardless of affiliation. The people that truly hold you down when times get rough. Friendship ain't just some shallow vibe. Friendship is the backbone of our mental well-being. So let's break it down when we really talk about friendship, right? What does it really mean? I'll ask you, what does it really mean to be a friend? For me, I'm talking about more than just somebody that you shoot the breeze with or somebody that you kick it with from time to time. I'm talking about what does it mean to be a true friend? So your true friend is somebody that's really there for you. Your true friend is somebody that you can count on. You can count on the true friend to be your rock when life throws you some curveballs. You can count on a true friend to have your back no matter what. They ain't flaking. They ain't heading out when things get tough. But let's keep it real. Not everybody deserves that title of being a true friend. And what we want to do is we want to be able to figure out, who is a true friend and who's not, because it's not always easy to tell. Everybody want to claim the title of true friend, but not everybody's living up to it, right? So when it comes to the friendship, one of the things that we have to consider is somebody's ability to be trustworthy and consistent. That's the key. A real friend stays true. A real friend stays solid. And a real friend, hey, listen, they're honest with you. They can tell you what's what. Whether you want to hear it or not. They can keep it real with you. Whether you're rolling deep or whether you flying solo. I'm here for you no matter what. But one of the things that we got to consider when it comes to friendship, because sometimes we get a little bit jammed up because we put people in the wrong categories in our life, is there's levels to this friendship. There's levels to this friendship game, because not all bonds are created equal. You got acquaintances. Acquaintances are casual connections. So with acquaintances, these are the type of people that you might chop it up with at work or school. And you find them interesting. You have some commonalities. They cool and all, but like you're not close enough, to really consider them to be a close friend or a true friend. Then you got, your friends. So your friends are people that you have solid connections with, you vibe with on a regular. So it's not just about we hang out at work, we hang out at school, but we hang out regardless of the situations. Like, we hang out in a variety of different settings. And these are individuals that have your back. These are individuals that are there for you. These are individuals that will show up for you when it counts. But here's the kicker. There's levels to that too, even with that, because not all friends are those top tier friends that are able to go deeper than that. So close friends, now we talking. Close friends are the people that you can bare your soul to without holding back. That's what makes them a close friend. So close friends, probably know things about you that regular friends don't know. They know your deepest secrets. They know your wildest dreams. And regardless of any of those things, they're still there for you through thick and thin. They ain't just friends. I mean, in a lot of situations, we consider these individuals to be family. But here's the thing. Figuring out where your friendships stand, that's a whole nother ball game sometimes. And that's where something that I call a relationship audit comes in. You see, in a relationship audit, it's like taking inventory, of your relationship to see who's really holding it down for you. And, all right, to see who's just dead weight. Because sometimes we outgrow situations, sometimes we outgrow people. So how do you do it, right? When we're talking about this relationship audit, I think the first thing I want you to do is I want you to take a step back and I want you to think about, how do you feel when you interact with these individuals? What's the vibe? I want you to reflect on your connections. And I want you to ask yourself, when you think about the quality of friendships and you think about the quality of these relationships, are they adding value to your life? Or are they just bringing drama? I mean, keeping it real is really all about, knowing where you stand with your folks. I mean, that's step one. Now, the next thing we want to do is we want to evaluate the situation. We want to evaluate the relationships. And that could be difficult, but you got to be willing to take a hard look at each friendship, and you got to ask yourself, how do I feel? What's the vibe when I'm spending time with these individuals? Are these individuals trustworthy? Are these individuals reliable? Are these individuals honest? Do they keep it real with me, or do they just tell me what I want to hear? Are these individuals consistent? Do they actually show up for me when I need them the most? Ain't no room for fake friends in 2024 going forward. We only keeping people in our lives that we really consider to be true friends that add value to our life. And part of what we need to do on our end is we need to look at how we communicate with people that we consider to be our friends and our close friends. That's a key too. So when it comes to quality communication, you want to peep the quality of your conversations that you're having with individuals. Do they have integrity? When you think about the quality of these conversations, are the people that you're interacting with, are they open? Are they honest? Or do you gotta walk on eggshells around them? Like, why I want to hang around with somebody? Why would any of us want to hang around with somebody that you can't be authentic with? Do they give you the opportunity to participate in these conversations? Do they show a real interest in the things that are important to you? So what we're considering when it comes to these conversations, a real friend is somebody that will listen up. A real friend when it comes to communication is somebody that will show up no matter what. Another thing that we got to consider that I see that sometimes we got to lock in and we got to have these conversations. All right, come on, y'all. I think some of us really need to do better. And I'm not going to really get into the nitty gritty of it, but I just see it all the time. But and then some of us, when it comes to doing better, we're looking at support. And then for some of us that consider people to be our friends, we're looking at making the adjustments. Because if you love somebody and you really care about somebody, why don't we show interest in the things that are important to our friends? It ain't all about what's important to you, right? It ain't always all about what's important to you, but part of being a good friend to somebody means stepping outside of yourself and showing a vested interest in something that's important to them And then also vice versa. That has to be reciprocated on their end too. Support. Support is the glue that holds it all together. So are your friends holding you down when times get tough? Are your friends showing interest in the things that are important to you, and vice versa? Are you showing up for them, and are you holding them down when times get tough? And are you showing a vested interest in the things that are important to your friends? So we got to think about that. And you listen, nobody's perfect, but we really need to start thinking about how we support one another and learn to make the adjustments whenever we can and whenever appropriate, right? So let's talk about the next step in doing a relationship audit. Boundaries, and this is where things can get kind of tough sometimes. Are your friends respecting your boundaries? And are they holding it down in that area when you set limits? Do they get hostile? When you or try to guilt you into doing things that aren't good for you, or do they try to make you feel bad about doing things that you simply can't do? It's all about keeping it real and making sure everybody's on the same page and respecting everyone's beliefs and respecting everybody's limitations when those type of things show up, in your life. Another thing that we want to think about when it comes to, the relationship audit is consistency. Are your friends consistent? That's the name of the game. So are they showing up when it counts? Do they consistently show out when it counts? Do they say that they're going to do something? The next thing you know, they flaking out. And next thing you know, you can't get them on the phone. They don't return your call for several days. Your text messages stay on red, those type of things. You got to consider it. Is this a real friend? Is this somebody that's solid through rain, sleet, snow, sun up, sun down? We got to think about those things. And here's the final piece of the puzzle, y'all. Let's talk a little bit about reciprocity. Are they matching energy? So do you find yourself in situations where you're putting out more effort than this person is putting into, being in a relationship? The phone go both ways. Just like I can visit, you can visit. Just like I can treat, you can treat. It's all about keeping that balance and making sure everybody's pulling their weight in the relationships that we have with people. So listen, that's it. There we have it. Relationship Audit 101. It's all about keeping it real with yourself, and it's all about keeping it real with the individuals that you're holding in your circle and you're making space for in your life. Because friendship, it's not just a vibe, it's a lifeline. So I want you to keep it real. I want you to keep it real with yourself. I want you to keep it solid with yourself and other people. And I want you to remember that your mental health matters, yo, and it's worth it. So listen, that's it for today. That's my J Talk for today. I hope you enjoyed this conversation on friendship. Like I was saying earlier, don't forget to exchange of some dialogue in the comment section. I will definitely love to hear y'all thoughts on it. And hey, don't forget to subscribe, because we got a lot more interesting topics coming up. And guess what? I'm going to just go ahead and share the news now. We have a Building Blocks podcast coming up. So hopefully me and my man Dougie T will be releasing the Building Blocks podcast, where we'll be talking about a wide range of issues, social issues, as well, that are related to mental health. So, peace out today. You guys keep working on yourself, keep building into becoming the best versions of yourself. And I will see you soon on the next episode of Building Blocks for Mental Health. Take care.